Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to this Cookalong with Vitality. My name is Jamie. I'm one of the Vitality coaches, and I'm also joined by Vitality coach Jonny. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I'm in the kitchen, and I'm raring to go, ready for some lunch. So you and I are acting head chefs today, which is maybe a little different to what we usually do. Usually we're found doing the workout side of things, but obviously both of us understand and appreciate how important nutrition is to keep you fueled and recovered after workouts. So that's the plan today, right?
Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've got all my ingredients ready. I didn't say we're both head chef. I'd say I'm sous chef. You're probably the head
Okay.
chef, but I'm following your lead.
Okay, that might be even more worrying, but I'll try my best to take the lead. I guess the first thing that we need to do is introduce what we're cooking and the ingredients that you'll need. So we're going for a quick, tasty, nutritious, and delicious lunchtime meal. We're doing something that is probably relatively familiar with all of us, but with a twist. So we're going to do some posh beans on toast. And Jonny and I have both added a couple of additions, but everything is optional within this. So whether you're vegan, vegetarian, or a meat eater, just make this work best for you. So Jonny, in terms of ingredients that we need, I'm going to talk you through them. You check with me as long as you get a thing. Yeah?
Cool. I'm going to say as well,
Okay.
my screen is down here, so I might be looking down here a lot, but the camera's up there, screen's down here. So if I'm looking down here, I'm paying attention. It's just that
Okay, you better be. I'll check in with you. All right, so first up, we need the main ingredient, probably butter beans. Do you have those?
I've got those, although I'm prepared already. I've sifted them out and
Look
washed
at
them. I'm
you.
good.
That doesn't surprise me. Okay, so 1 can of butter beans,
Yeah.
1 can of peeled chopped tomatoes. Then we're going to go with some paprika, bit of spice.
Got
Nice. Sour cream.
Mm-hmm.
Legend. A tiny bit of honey.
Cool. Sounds good. Got that.
Perfect. I've got fresh basil, but fresh or kind of dried basil, either one, whatever works for you.
Yeah, I'm just getting a little dried basil in a pot.
Cool.
A little bit easier.
A leak.
Yeah,
Many jokes
chopped it up already.
I could use with this. Oh,
There's a leak in the kitchen.
Exactly that. There's a leak in the kitchen. Garlic. I've already peeled mine and I haven't chopped it yet.
Yeah,
but I've actually got 2 cloves. You can have one if you want. Up to you.
I'm
how
glad
much
I'm
you
not.
like garlic.
Glad I'm not around you later on.
I know I've not got many people around at the moment, so it's fine. And then we've got a couple of additional optional extras. So I've gone for a little bit more protein and fats. I'm going to probably drop these now, but 2 chicken sausages. Then if you can see those, they're already cooked. If you haven't cooked yours already, now is probably a good time to chuck them in. So either fry them or put them in the oven. And then I've also got an avocado, which I'm going to mash up, and a little lemon as well, just for a bit of zinginess. What's your additions going to be today, John?
My additions are going to be 3 of these bad boys. 3 eggs.
3 eggs is love it.
3
okay,
eggs.
cool. How are you going to cook those? Poached eggs.
I'm going to poach. So I've mastered. I say I've mastered the art of poaching. There's probably some people watching that are much better at it than I am. But I've got a timer on my watch set that's like my poached egg timer. So it's a 3.5 minutes, I think, is my optimal poached egg time. So we'll go for it at the end.
Well, you just said perfected, so we're expecting perfect poached eggs
from myself up.
Yeah, can't wait to see that. So whether, again, if you want to add some of your own stuff, so maybe something like some halloumi, or if you're kind of vegan, vegetarian, maybe something like tofu as well, just to give you a bit more protein. But we'll talk you through kind of like the nutritional value of each of these things along the way. But first thing that we need to do then, grab a pan. I've got a frying pan, John. You can use a saucepan or a frying pan. Make sure it's wide enough. Yeah, you've gone for a saucepan. Cool. And then all we need is just about 1 tablespoon of olive oil in the pan. And then we're going to go for kind of like a medium heat. So I've got 6 options on my cooker. I'm going for 4. So slightly higher than 3. Yeah, 2/3 of the way up. And then first job, if you haven't already got it chopped like Jonny, is grab your garlic. And then we're just going to chop that as finely as you like. But I would recommend pretty finely. So test of your knife skills. I don't think I've ever been under so much pressure to chop.
I know. This is why I prepared mine before. I thought, let's save any embarrassment and have it chopped already.
And do you have the stuff that you buy in a jar chopped, or is yours like, have you actually chopped it?
So we're all about ease. You know, you get home at the end of the day and you kind of want, you want to cook something healthy, but you don't want to have to faff around chopping like you're doing, chopping garlic or whatever it may be. I chop most of the stuff, obviously chop leeks and veg and fruit and well not fruit but vegetables and stuff, but garlic and for example we have chilies as well, like in a little jar. So you literally just take a spoon and put it in your pan. Makes it nice and easy.
Yeah. And can you do me a favour, John? Can you say garlic again?
Garlic. Why?
Garlic.
Garlic. Yeah. Sorry, we're in Yorkshire.
Yeah.
Am I putting it in the pan once I'm ready?
Yes, go for it. So just lightly, what would you call it? Toast? No, that's not right. Just lightly fry it, basically.
Sweat.
Sweat. There you go. I'm sweating right now, that's for sure. Okay, so once you've got your garlic chopped, chuck that straight in, give it a little mix around. And then, whilst that's frying, I'm going to grab my leek and chop that up as well. So relatively finely too. I'll show you my technique, Johnny, if you want, with my leek chopping.
Go for it.
I think it's quite professional, actually. This doesn't seem to be getting very hot.
I was going to
So
say
it's actually not hot at all.
Throw my leek in a minute, otherwise my garlic's going to burn.
Do you know what I didn't do, John?
What?
I didn't turn it on.
I didn't turn the oven on. I said, that's a good start, that, isn't it?
I didn't panic about it, though.
That's not warming up.
You'd have to see me pretending to eat some cold beans. Okay, so leek, grab it, chop the end off, run your knife straight down the middle, all the way along. And it should just nicely fan out. And then that's when you give it a wash. And then, oh, you put me full screen. No pressure. And then all you do is just cut nice fine discs, and it should just spread out across your chopping board. Good to go.
Nice. And then once we've chopped that, are we chucking that in as well, or?
Yeah, so I'm probably already behind because my pan obviously isn't hot yet. But as soon as your garlic has started to brown off just a little bit, that's when you need to just start to chuck in your leeks. So give everything a good mix around. I'm going for it, John. We're not racing here, you know.
Oh no, sorry, I'm pre-prepared, you see. So I'm
you have done well.
I'm ready.
If you didn't want to use leeks as well, you can use onions, obviously, or shallots or anything like that.
Smelling good. Right. Leeks always smell so good.
No, I don't use leeks often, but I like them because they don't make you cry like onions do. It's a massive bonus. Okay, cool. So I'm nearly there. You get also a lot of leek for your value for money.
And feel free as well to put any comments in if you're following along live. Let us know what you're adding to the recipe. So obviously, Jamie said he's got avocado. I've got eggs. Let us know in the comments box how you're doing, what you're getting up to. We can put your comments on the screen and give you a shout out then as well.
Yes, John. Good shout. I'm just leeks are done. Once you've done that, this is a relatively quick and easy recipe as well, so you don't actually need to stand by the pot or anything like that. It'll do its own thing. Okay, right, whilst that's simmering, I'm just going to check that everything's working as it should be. Cool. I think we're going well, John. So far, so good, right?
Yeah, my leeks are doing well. My garlic's sweated, toasted.
Okay, good. Mine isn't. Still quite cold. But John, talk me through like what an average lunch would look like for you, I guess. Like someone who trains quite a bit, wants to stay not too tired into the afternoon with work. Like what sort of things are you looking at for food?
Well, one of my favourites obviously is eggs and eggs on toast, really. So a bit of whole grain toast, so keep the energy for longer. I usually have 3 eggs just to get enough protein in there for myself, and then I'll put that with some tomatoes and then maybe sprinkle a little bit of cheese on there as well. So that's one of my lunches. What else do I do? Fairly boring one I do, but that's quite easy. Again, just making cooking really easy for yourself is getting some like whole grain microwave rice, putting that with some tuna, making a little sauce out of chopped tomatoes again, and then having even just some microwave veg again, like a veg bag.
Yeah, that's the one that I use a lot. Microwave rice. Like I get that rice is quite easy to cook, but I time-wise, and it is easy, but a bag is easier. And you can pick up a bag of like whole wheat rice for what, like 40, 50p? It's such a quick win, isn't it?
It's very easy. If people, I think, like you can you know, if you're on an evening, for example, you might have time. We cook rice, obviously, just from the packet on an evening. But at lunchtime, if I want something really quick and easy, and I'm at home, or even in the office, you know, a bag of microwave rice is super easy.
And in terms of whole wheat versus white, like brown versus white, where would you sit with that?
I'd say I'd always go for whole wheat. However, if you're having it with a source of protein and maybe some fats as well, then it's all going to kind of combine into your stomach and digest at the same rate, really. So people are always worried, you know, should I go for brown rice or white rice? I mean, ideally brown digests more slowly, slow release of sugar. But if you're eating rice with a source of protein and some fats, like I said, then it's probably all going to digest fairly slowly anyway.
Yeah, I would say so too. And also, like, judge it around what you're doing in your day. So if you've got a busy afternoon of sitting, which doesn't make any sense to have a busy afternoon of sitting, but if you've got meetings and things like that, maybe you want to go for a slower release. But if you've got an afternoon workout planned or a run or anything like that, maybe you do want a quicker release and you can look for your white rice instead.
Yeah, sounds good.
How's the sweating going?
It's good. I think I'm ready to add whatever the next thing is.
Okay, cool. I'll show you. Do you want me to show you mine?
Yeah.
I'll try and.
How are we looking?
Can you see that?
Ah, nice. I'll show you mine. Look. I mean, it's just leeks and garlic, but yeah, there we go.
At least we've so far so good. All right, so hopefully they've softened up just a little bit, and then the next thing that we're going to do is grab your chopped tomatoes and just chuck those straight in. So they, like, mine are chopped. If they're not chopped and you've got like massive chunks of tomato, maybe just mash them up a little bit in your pan. But then you might at this point also want to turn your heat down just a tiny bit, so you don't want it kind of spitting out and spraying everywhere. And then we're just going to leave this to kind of simmer for a couple of minutes. So what we're trying to recreate here is obviously like Heinz beans on toast, or the other brands are obviously available. Now, we're not saying that they're unhealthy, but they do often have things like sugar and salt added in addition to the kind of the more natural ingredients, if you like. So, Jonny, what's your, again, like, would you go for things like beans, or would you always try and make your own stuff?
Yeah, no, I go for beans on toast, or baked beans in a potato. Is one of my favorites. But I always get, I mean, I usually shop at Tesco. I usually get the reduced salt and reduced sugar versions. So it's basically as simple as it comes, really, and then you can add whatever you want to it. But just going as natural as possible. But I think beans are a good staple, aren't they? They can sit in your cupboard for a year, and if you're having a busy day, you can just chuck them on, even like an evening meal or something. Beans on toast, sorted, plenty, good source of protein,
good source
of
protein.
carbs, good fiber as well.
Yeah, for sure. I think I would also say that when I have them, I probably usually tend to add other bits to them as well. So like either some veg or an additional source of protein as well. I think they're a good base, but if you can add a little bit extra as well, I think it's a good thing to do too.
Definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
So should start to simmer, John.
Yeah. I'm bubbling away now.
Spray it over that nice t-shirt of yours now, will you?
I'll try. That's why I wore the black one and not the white one.
Yeah, I think you're smart. Okay, so we just want that to simmer down just a little bit, reduce a little bit of the liquid. Then what I'm going to get you to grab is your paprika. And again, like any of the stuff that we're doing today, you can put in as much or as little as you like. So the recipe says 1/4 teaspoon. I'm going to go for like 1/2 teaspoon because
you know what? I'm going to wing it and not use a spoon.
Are you? Good lad. Yeah. Just get it in there. You'll be fine.
That's probably quite a lot. Oh, well.
I'm going to force you to taste it. And then also at this point, if you want to add just a little bit of pepper, and then what we'll do towards the end is we'll do a little taste test, and then you can figure out if you need any more of anything else. Mine's going pretty rapid right now, so I'm going to turn down to a 3.
I was going to say I just pulled mine off the heat.
Slow burn this one. You don't need to cook it too quick. But yeah, you can see how simple it is. Hopefully everyone's still with us. If you want to have a little kind of like alternative to this as well, something that I've done in the past is I've actually used like baked beans and then just done something similar, but with just like less of the base and things like that. So you can always adjust other recipes. So John, whilst that's doing its thing, I'm going to start looking at my extras right now. So I've got an avocado.
Okay.
And I'm going to chop that in half, and then I assume you know the trick with how to de-stone an avocado, right?
You use one of these.
What is that?
It's an avocado peeler.
What?
This It's the
How
best
does
thing
that
I've ever
work?
bought. I think it's actually,
Show
speaking of
me.
Waitrose, I think it's actually from John Lewis. But
We weren't speaking of Waitrose.
it's got a plastic knife on it, so you can't really
Right.
cut yourself, because that's one of the leading causes of
Good.
injuries in A&E, isn't it? It's chopping through an avocado and cutting yourself. So
Okay.
let's turn this down.
Wow.
So plastic knife to cut it.
Yeah.
Then you twist it and open it, and then you whack this on the stone, and it pulls the stone out. And then you
That
use
is
this side,
unbelievable.
and it slices the avocado nicely for you.
Wow. Well,
You're
that's
missing
changed
that. I
the
should have
game.
posted it to you for today.
And I just whack the knife in and then pull the stone out. But I've changed my life there, John.
Well, we have
That's good tip.
avocados every week. I make guacamole usually
Yeah.
during the week. So this is it's good for me.
Talk to me. Why do you like avocado? Apart from taste, I assume.
Yeah, taste. Obviously, it's full of healthy fats as well. And yeah, it's just nice addition to things, I think.
Also, I think that, the whole thing about avocados are super healthy. Like, don't think that they're not. But just in terms of like calorie density and stuff like that, John, it's important that you kind of don't overeat them. Like one whole avocado, how many calories would you say you're looking at with that?
Oh, I can't remember how much it is actually. Is that 400, is it?
250? Or is it?
Oh, I
There you
think it's
go.
more than that. Yeah, hang on, let me Google it while we're here. We should
Okay,
know
cool.
this.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's a standard these days. So I've just scooped out my avocado. I want to drop it everywhere. And then I'm just going to mash it up with a knife and then just add a little bit of lemon and some pepper again. But something that I used to do as well, John, which is really good, is add some sweet chili. Not as
Oh,
healthy,
nice.
but just a little bit. It's pretty
That
good.
sounds good. About 300 calories for an avocado.
300 calories. Cool. So I'm not going to eat the whole thing. Probably have half of one, so add in another 150 calories. But relatively low calorie density meal, this one. It's just good balance, I think.
Nice. And to know, I'm not doing my extras yet because my eggs will only take 3 minutes at the end, so I'm going to do those at the end.
Cool. Nice one. All right, so mash up your avocado if you want.
When do the honey and the basil go in? Do they go in yet, or are we just adding those in with the beans?
So we're going to save those till a little bit later.
Okay.
Has your sauce reduced a bit, John?
I think so, yeah. Slowly reducing
Yeah.
down a little bit.
Cool, me too. All right, let's get the beans in then. So wherever you've got, I've got butter beans. Again, you can use any sort of beans, whatever you prefer. Obviously drain them and then just tuck those straight in and then let it simmer down a little bit more. Yeah, it's thickened up pretty well.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Do you use butter beans much?
No, I mean, like I said, I usually only buy baked beans, reduced salt and sugar from the shop. So I don't really, unless I have chili at the weekend and have kidney beans in that, then I don't usually buy any other sort of beans.
So this is a new one for you, John. Is that what you're saying?
Beans are great though, full of fiber, full of protein, good carbs.
Super cheap as well.
Yeah, great for if you're a vegetarian or a vegan as well. Beans are a great option for protein.
Yeah, for sure. All right, avocado mashed. Let me just talk you through the next bit. I mean, it's really complex. Half a lemon, bit of juice in there, stops it going brown and tastes good. And then what I'm going to do is add a little bit of pepper, and then we're good.
Oh.
So, John, do we need to start thinking about preparing eggs, like boil water?
I don't know how long.
Sort of
How long do you think? Yeah, I'll probably get on it.
I'd say we're. I forgot bread, by the way, to say that at the start.
Yes, we need bread for the base.
We need a base. John,
Mm.
talk to us about bread. It's not the devil, right?
No, people always like, oh, avoid bread. I mean, or any diet works because it reduces the amount of calories you eat. It just so happens that in the Western diet, we eat a lot of bread. So if you cut out bread, you're cutting out a lot of calories. So that's essentially how it works. But I mean, I have, well, myself and my fiance who live together, we probably go through. I mean, I exercise quite a lot, so I eat quite a lot. But we probably go through a loaf and a half, if not 2 loaves each week together.
Wow, that is a lot of bread.
We go through quite a lot of bread. But
You're like a duck. I think with bread as well, like everyone's different. So some people might feel a little bit bloated after they eat it. In that case, then maybe you do want to reduce your intake. But if you actually don't feel those side effects or symptoms, then it's just about controlling the calories. So realizing how much you're having. I've again gone for like whole wheat brown bread. I would say that's recommended, right? You want to stick to more whole wheat versions.
Definitely. And if you get bread, I usually get like really nice bread. So like if you go to a shop, get the freshly baked stuff, because one, you're less likely to overeat it because it's really nice, high quality bread, and two, it's probably more likely to be better for you.
Yeah, less additives. If you see on your bread that it lasts until 2023, then it's probably borderline not good
as well. Put your bread in the freezer.
Love it.
We do that. What I do is put bread in the freezer on the day we get it, and then when you want some toast or whatever, you just put it in the toaster for a little bit longer than you normally would, and there's your toast.
Banging. Comes out just as good.
Then. Yeah.
You're a pro. Okay, if you've got fresh basil like me, now this recipe, John, right, says 10 basil leaves.
Okay, that's quite a lot.
That sounds like a lot. I don't trust that, so I'm going to do. I've lost count. About six or seven.
Sounds
if you really like basil, do 10. I've never tried this, so go for it. Or if you want to try other herbs, again, herbs. I would say anything which is really bright in color is generally pretty good for you. So herbs are really good sources of micronutrients. Any additional value that you want to add with herbs, John?
Yeah, I think herbs are a great thing to obviously spice up your meals with, even like not just herbs, but spices as well, like garam masala, paprika, whatever you want to add. But yeah, lots of micronutrients, makes it taste better. And like you're doing, if you can get fresh, that's better. But we don't all have time to buy fresh veg or fresh herbs.
Or
so go for whatever's
like
easiest.
Me.
Yeah. Why not?
So with your basil, just chop that up really lightly. Like, don't worry about being too fine. I heard someone say once.
Are we chucking it in?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Steady on, John.
When do I do my eggs as well? Let me know. 3 minutes.
You want a 3-minute warning?
Yeah.
We're not far away. How much liquid is in your beans right now?
A little bit. It's coming down.
Yeah, so we want to simmer it down. We're going to add in the honey and the sour cream as well in a minute, and that will simmer it down a little bit further. So just keep going with that. If you've got a green stain on your chopping board, you've over chopped your herbs, and you might need a sharper knife.
Oh,
you can have that one, John.
Tip.
Fact that for you. All right. Okay. So hopefully now your beans are simmering away. At this point, turn it down to a low simmer. So I've gone for a 2. So I've gone for a third of the way up, because we're going to add in the sour cream in a second. And then when we do that, we don't want it to split. So try and take the heat right down. And then if you want to push your herbs to one side, if you do have an additional protein source like I do, so I've gone with some chicken sausages, just chop those up really, really finely at this point, and then we'll chop those straight into the mix. John, I would say...
But they're cooked, right? Don't chop it up. Don't put it in raw.
Yes, mine are cooked. Chicken sausages. You and I are like the biggest advocates of chicken sausages, right?
Oh, amazing. So versatile.
Tasty. Get the right ones and they don't have too many additives, but I think they're just a bit more interesting than a chicken breast. Easier to cook, easier to work with. I'm a big fan, so I would recommend getting involved with some chicken sausages. So just chop those up, and then you can add those straight to your mix. Leave the herbs out still for this time. All right, John, I reckon we're about 4 minutes away.
Okay, I'm doing it. Boiling my water, get my pan ready.
Pressure with the eggs.
Hopefully don't embarrass myself yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to ask you to chop into one. Okay, chicken sausages are in. Make sure they're heated up. It's looking good, right?
It's looking good. Tasty. It's quite a lot of, when you look at it, there's quite a lot of, I mean, this could serve 2, depending on who you are. I think we'll probably eat, I'll probably
John,
eat it
this
all,
is definitely for 2.
Well, I'm going to eat it all.
It's probably for more than 2. Yeah, I'm probably going to smash it all, but
We've had a comment as well saying, do you use the Heck chicken sausages? Yes, we do. We both love it.
Good shout. Yeah, chicken Italia. Available from all good waitress. Okay, let those sit. What next? A bit of honey. So 2 tablespoons is what the recipe says. I'm going rogue like you. I feel like we're at that level now. So just
putting the honey in.
That will thicken it up. That wasn't 2 tablespoons, I don't think. I should have measured it. being tight on my washing up. Okay, honey goes in, mix it around, and that will thicken it up, which should make it really good. So what's your technique then, John, with your eggs? You're going to talk us through that?
Well, yeah, I know. I don't do the full thing. I know people ideally you're meant to put your egg into a cup because then it all drops into the pan nicely in one go. But I usually don't want to wash up another cup, so I just put it straight in.
Okay.
But 3.5 minutes. I've put some vinegar in the pan just to kind of split the eggs and keep them, so the eggs don't mix amongst themselves.
Okay.
And I'm going to get my timer ready. 3.5 minutes. My water is just below bubbling now. I'm going to put my eggs in.
Love it. This is
a
probably
a big pan as well, so that
Did you swell?
A little bit further away. So no, I didn't, because when you have 3, they end up going everywhere.
So you're telling me
you can
3 in with no swell?
Yeah. So you can. Egg on the floor. So you can. You can obviously swirl the water in the pan, which keeps the egg sort of together. But I find when you're putting 3 in the pan, it kind of goes fine for the first one, but you can put the second one back in the middle because the first one's in the middle. So you put it around the outside and it swirls everywhere.
Did you drop an actual egg on the floor? Or was it just the shell?
No, it was the shell.
That's annoying. That's really annoying.
Okay.
So while that's doing its thing, add in your chopped herbs. Super fresh. And then I'm not going to stir these in right now. I want to stir them in a little bit. And then if you've got your toast at the ready, bosh that on. My toast's too big for the toaster, so I'm going to have to do it in 2 halves. But yeah, get your toast on.
Toast on, cool.
And then pretty much there, John. We just got to plate up.
Sour cream.
Last minute job.
Last minute
job.
job.
Are you at a low simmer? Shall I try and show you what mine looks like?
Go on. Oh, that's good.
That? Thank you.
I like it.
Come on, share yours.
Share mine. Here you go. You see that?
Smashed it. Professional. Love it. Cool.
Eggs are looking
good as well.
So this could
be lunch, breakfast, or dinner. So versatile.
Definitely.
Okay, so I've mixed my herbs in. Now I'm going to go in with 2 tablespoons of sour cream. So mine's actually really thick. I don't know if it's always like that, but just
sour cream is pretty thick. It's not like
I've just flicked it everywhere. Carnage. Who's washing this up?
Love it.
Okay, 2 tablespoons. And then just fold it all together. It'll go super creamy. John, this is quite a lot for one person.
It is, but I am 6'3", so
you're a big lad. Calories wise, what do you reckon's in this?
Oh, I don't know. With the cream will add a fair bit, but I reckon with the toast.
So I'm saying, by the way, that most people will have half of this.
Yeah, most people would.
So how many calories in half of this?
I'm not sure. Half of this, I reckon, no more than 500, I think.
Yeah, 550.
Depending on what sort of bread, and depending on your toppings as well. Obviously, if you're adding avocados and things, then maybe a little bit more. Toast is done. Look at that.
Good man.
Nicely toasted. Two slices for me.
Good. Yeah, me too. Oh, I think I might have forgot about my toast. I've got the world's worst toaster as well, by the way, so I'll be here for about 10 minutes.
I'm putting my sour cream in now. Eggs are looking good. They've got 53 seconds to go.
Love it. Cool. So grab a plate and we're pretty much there. This is looking nice, you know. Last time we did a live cook-along, my smoke alarm went off and Johnny thought it would be a really good idea to put the camera just on me. So it was
full screen.
Trying to turn which I hope your eggs go badly after that, by the way.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, cool. I'm ready to go. So I've got my avocado. I'm going to use half. Whack it on. And then toast. And then beans go on top. Isn't it weird, though, when you cook your own food? I'm not hungry.
I'm starving. It's nearly 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I forgot, actually. Johnny's very rigid with his timing. And also, wherever you're doing this, make sure that you send your photos in. Share far and wide.
My eggs are
We want
ready.
to see how you create. All right, John, I'm
serve
going
it
to get
up.
you to bring them up to the camera when you have to break into those.
Okay.
Plate up however you want. I was going to do like an avocado smear, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I've poured it all out. I don't think I'll probably eat all that, but we'll see.
I want to see the
It's quite a
size of
lot.
your plate. It's going to be massive, isn't it?
It's pretty big, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'll definitely eat the eggs though.
All the protein, all the fiber. This is a large lunch. I'm saying it now.
It is, especially if you put the
Whatever
whole
you
thing
want.
on. I often do that though. I'll put the whole thing on, but then eat whatever on.
Don't lie,
Well,
Johnny. You're going to eat the whole thing. That's okay.
I don't know.
I
Quite
approve
large.
of that. Okay, I'm on. There it is. Loads of leftovers for me. I'll show mine first, John, and then we'll bring
Okay.
it to you, okay? So can you see that? Not really.
Hang on, let's go full screen. Let's go full screen. Where are you?
There it is.
Look at that. Oh, that's
Avocado,
posh.
beans, toast, some chicken sausages. 10 out of 10 protein there. Good nutritious
Nice.
meal. Let me see yours.
I
We want to
like
see
it.
a live
So
demonstration of the egg.
mine are just.
Hang on, you need to go full screen as well, John.
Okay, hang on. Here we are.
Here we
So
go.
mine are obviously I've just kind of put the whole thing on, so it's largely taken over the toast. So you can't really see the toast underneath. But
Imagine
there's
it.
there's a mountain of
Bucket.
food.
Amazing.
Oh yeah. Shall I cut
Are you
into an
going to
egg?
cut into the egg? Yeah.
I'll try. Hang on. Can I?
I just tried it, by the way.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go. Look at that. Look at that.
Jonathan.
Brilliant.
Outstanding. That is outstanding. I couldn't think of a better way to finish. And you can get your staff now to tidy up for you, can't you?
With my staff.
Good work,
Myself.
John. We can now smash into that and we'll be good to go for the afternoon. So wherever you are, hopefully you enjoy your lunch as well. Thanks for joining us. We should do this again soon, right, John?
Let's do it. Let's make. Don't know what should we make next.
Another mess. Some kind of mess. We'll
I'll
go
probably
with
have
that.
less. I'll put less on the plate next. I think. That's
Yeah, you want to check in and see how you get through that. But yeah, enjoy the
Cool.
rest of your day, everyone. Take care and enjoy your lunch.
Enjoy, everyone. See you later.
See you, John.